right, everyone, it's 10 a.m. on June 20th. I believe is the first day of summer. It's been a busy week. We've had a lot of storms to deal with, but I promise that they will be limited in coverage going into the next week. So we're going to talk about the main thing, that is the heat that's coming up. Dangerous heat is probably likely with excessive heat or extreme heat possible. So we'll talk about that. The storm chances do continue, but they'll be lower as we move into the next week. And then the rainfall departure from normal is much above average for areas in the east. So we'll take a look at that. So first things first, the dangerous heat today. We are expected to see some elevated levels of dangerous heat today. That's 105 to 110. I would lean closer to the 105 mark on that. 105, 106 in the elevated area that you see today. This area just expands tomorrow to the entire area, but we're still seeing kind of that main corridor along the river valleys, the Pearl River and the Mississippi River especially. So those are the areas of highest confidence where we believe we'll see the highest heat indices. And so this is just kind of a worst case scenario that we're looking at. That's a map of the 90th percentile, or kind of the high end chances that we could see for heat indices. And you can see it's right around that, ranging from 100 over to the east, more to 105, 106 over towards the west. And you can see, if you look on the right, the maximum heat index forecast. We're expecting these heat indices to persist through the entire week. So generally no change there. We do see a decrease in the coverage of intensity, but we're still going to be dealing with heat probably through next week as well. So here is the rainfall that we're expecting. I'm sorry I can't give a more zoomed in picture here, but if you just focus in on our area, generally 1 to 2 inches, maybe even a little less than that. We're looking more seasonal and a lot less like what we've been seeing for the past 2-3 weeks or so. So we're still going to see some storms in the afternoon, kind of your typical summertime regime. However, they may be less organized, less severe, more pulsy in nature. That said, the combination of the heat and the humidity does bring up the potential for some microburst chance. So we will have to be watching that day to day. That can only be determined on a day-to-day basis. We have a specific set of parameters that we're looking for. So we'll definitely keep you informed if we see that microbursts are possible each day. And here's a look at the rainfall for the past 2 weeks. Now that it's June 20th, 2 weeks doesn't even take us back to June 1st. But since early June, we have been as much as 8 inches above normal for up until this point. And so what this has caused is higher humidity. It's caused some lower thresholds for some flash flooding. So we've seen that for the past couple of days. So the decrease in rainfall is definitely going to be pretty helpful, especially areas to the east. Rivers are also on their way down, so this is good news. We still have some advisories on the Mississippi for right now, and we'll see if those continue. But for right now, we do not have any active warnings. And as always, good news, tropics are quiet. We're not looking at anything there. So just to reiterate, heating up, that's the main thing. It's going to be hot, it's going to be humid. Dangerous heat is likely. I would expect some heat advisories to continue or expand even. Um, but we can't rule out excessive heat warning right now, but we're kind of leaning towards the heat advisory. That's where we have the highest confidence. Storm chances will continue. However, they will be much lower, more seasonal, more of what you would expect for this time of year. And then the rainfall departure from normal is much above normal, but the lower rain chances are definitely going to help us out. And with that, I'll take any questions.